Alright, I'm going to start this video by saying, Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Rule Well. Shalom to you brothers that are preaching and teaching the truth worldwide. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Today's lesson is entitled Money Falling. Yeah, so actually, U.S. money falling. So yeah, so as you can see, the title of this article is going to how the U.S. dollar is falling, and it's the fastest fall since the 1930s. So yeah, so I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, get some scriptures, going into how before the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, this money system, this petrodollar, this Edomite hegemony, that shit got to come down. And we're witnessing, or actually we have been witnessing, the gradual decline of the U.S. American dollar as it's falling on the world stage. Got a lot of different countries, they clicking up, forming these pacts to, bring down the U.S. dollar. They don't understand. They think they're doing it so that they can become the next world power or whatever it is. But, hey, the Lord using these countries to click up together and to bring down the U.S. dollar to ultimately fulfill prophecy. So as this article is going to the U.S. money supply, falling at fastest rate since the 1930s. And this article came out a couple of days ago, March 29th. So it reads, U.S. money supply is falling at its fastest rate since the 1930s. A red flag for the economy and financial markets. So it's not only is a red flag for the economy here, but for the financial markets as a whole. Money supply has now been shrinking year on year since December. An unprecedented development in modern times that should make investors sit up and take notice. Sit your ass up and take notice. Growth, asset pricing, and inflation could all weaken. It is largely a consequence of the reversal of the liquidity generated by massive post-pandemic fiscal and monetary stimulus. The Federal Reserve shrinking its balance sheet via quantitative tightening, falling bank deposits, and weak demand for and provision of credit. So yeah, that's something, bullshit ass excuses that Esau Edom, giving for it. But hey, at the end of the day, it's to fulfill prophecy. That's what we deal with. We take modern events, or we take events, articles like this that's happening around the world, around the country, in your neck of the woods, and filter it through the scriptures. So how am I going to filter what I just read? The U.S. money supply falling at fastest rate since the 1930s. How can that be filtered through the scripture? Let's jump in. All right. Zephaniah 1 verse 10. And it reads, and it shall come to pass. It's going to happen. And it shall come to pass, not might happen, but it will happen. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and the howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. So when you go into, a fish gate, that's a marketplace. Somewhere where, you will go and buy, fish or whatever it is, you will, buy different products. So what's the number one marketplace? America, Babylon the Great. Here it is. We only got 330 some million people, but I'm pretty sure Americans are the largest consumer of products around the world. As a matter of fact, this Google largest consumer country. That's largest consumers in the world. United States. United States and the European Union post not that. Who is the biggest consumer in the world? That's what I want. List of largest. United States is the largest consumer market in the world. But we only got 330 million people. Here it is. China has over 1 billion people. They're not even the largest consumer in the world. That doesn't even make fucking sense. They have 3 times the people, but yet and still we consume more stuff than they do. I don't even see fucking India on here. I mean, I know they on here. Damn, what the fuck they at? Hold on, have I passed India? Oh, here it is. They filled. That's crazy. That's wild. So, below is a list of the largest consumer markets in the world. Man, these Americans, boy, man, they spend a lot of money on shit, man. So, that's including the poor people. Poor people on the street consuming probably more than some of the people in these other countries, these other third world countries and places like that. A person that's on the street consuming more than people in third world countries, potentially. Man, that's wild, because you got to think about it. A lot of people are gluttonous here in America, Babylon the Great. You know, here it is, you know, shit, average person, you know, they got a job. They probably own 2 vehicles. Some people have 4 and 5 cars. That's adding to the reason why America, Babylon the Great, is the largest consumer country. So, just read this right here in Zephaniah 1 verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate. This is the number 1 marketplace. And a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Yeah, crash from the hill. You're going to, when that stock market crash, what did we just read? Well, that article, the article dealing with consumer money supply falling fastest rate since the 1930s. It's like a damn yawn demon. I've been yawning all damn day, but whatever. So yeah, so going to when that stock market eventually gonna crash. That's gonna be that crashing from the hills. Verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Magtash, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. So yeah. So hey, through the spirit, yeah, that's gonna happen. You know, here in America, Babylon the Great, because as that article was going to, how the dollar is falling fastest since the 1930s. U.S. money supply falling at the fastest rate since the 1930s. So ultimately, hey, when that stock market crashed, hey, what this devil got lined up for is CBDC. Hey, you already got rolling it out. Stock market crash, bam, put these niggas on the central bank digital currency. And we understand ultimately that's going to lead to Revelation 13 verse 16. If you don't know, go over and read it. Dealing with the mark of the beast. So I'm going to jump into this right here. You know, brothers bring this out all the time, dealing with whenever money fails. Genesis 47. So I'm going to grab this. Book of Genesis 47. Book of Genesis 47, verse 15. And when the money fell in the land of Egypt, and we understand America, spiritual Egypt, and when the money fell in Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians, all you damn Americans, came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money failing. So yeah. So here it is. When this money fell here in America, Babylon the Great, why should we die? You got these Israelites talking about don't take the chip. Man, the money done fell. What are we supposed to do? So they're gonna go to Esau, Edom, hey, and give out their right hand or their left hand, or put it in their forehead when the money eventually falls here in America, Babylon the Great. What the scripture said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? Why should we die over here in America, Babylon the Great? You Israelites, you guys are crazy. Talking about don't take the chip. Why should we die over here? So, hey, you go ahead and trust in the shadow of Egypt. You still gonna die over here in America, Babylon the Great. As a matter of fact, our people still dying over here in America, Babylon the Great, and our people have been trusting, Esau, Edom, and he hasn't upheld his end of the bargain. The damn devil never does. He's a goddamn devil. Devil's not gonna honor his word. You should know that. Scripture speak on that. If he do it good, he does it unwillingly. Roughly paraphrasing. If this nigga do anything good for you, he does it unwillingly. Can't trust this damn devil. And I'm gonna end it out with this. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So yeah, scripture said, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Who are the keepers of the house? That's talking about your elites. Your elite banking family. The so-called, the Illuminati. What do they call it? The hidden hand. Those people. Those are the keepers of the house. Let's not talking about, regular Edomite that work at Dollar Tree that's ringing your groceries up, or Edomite that's cutting your sandwich at Jersey Mike's. Nah, them niggas ain't the keepers of the house. The niggas about to get locked out the house. In the day where the keepers of the house shall tremble. So yeah, they're going to be trembling at that day. They're going to be trembling. And strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Who's grinders? Talking about you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Native American, Latino. We the one out here grinding. Go to work, get up at 5 o'clock, whatever time you get up, to get to work by 7 o'clock or whatever time frame, 6:30. Work, get off at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. So, hey, we the ones out here grinding. But what it say? And the grinders cease, because they are few. What's going on right now? A lot of these tech companies are laying off. So what does that mean? Fewer jobs. The grinders is ceasing for a lot of different companies. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. Looking out the window, when you look out the window, that's going to looking out, as far as your future. Like, damn, the future is darkened here in America, Babylon the Great. Because here it is, they see all these jobs, they're losing these high-paying jobs. So when they look at their future, that shit is darkened. Because here it is, if you're making $100,000 a year, I know your standard of living is reflecting that. So when you look at the job market, the job pool, and you try to go and get another job, and you can't get that, the same salary that you were earning, man, your future is going to be bleak. And shit is going to be darkened. And Lord and behold, since we're in a recession, if you can't even find a job, hey, your future, that shit is gonna be very dark and gloomy. So that's why the scripture said, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So yeah, your future is in a very, you're in a very dark place. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up with the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah. And you Israelites, our people are being brought low right now. Going to that, that whole entertainment industry, that shit is a very low vibration now. Here it is, niggas rap about this damn drill music. That shit is very low vibration, very low at the end of the day. It's bringing nothing but death and destruction to those people, to those Israelites that's in that circle. So yeah, I just want to get into a video going into dealing with the money fella based upon that article, and hopefully this lesson was edifying. Until next time, shalom and a ball.